Today is Friday, July 3rd, and just kind of an update on where the progress that we made is. So I did bring a crew in, an extra crew in to help with foam forming. So we've got one of the, I call them bays done, and then we're really close on getting this one done here. This is what we did with that scaffolding that we moved, is we're just repositioning it inside to help with doing the foam forming work. What you got, sweetie? Mizpah, what you got, baby? You're not eating something, are you? It's not. So, I'm just kind of keeping an eye on these guys. They've never foam formed before, of course, like I've done a lot of it either. But some of it had to be redone because it has to be very stiff on the outside. That's what for the shotcrete, it's got to be. See how stiff that is? Because when they shoot the shotcrete into the structure, it's shot in at 6,000 to 8,000 PSI, and so if it's loose at all, it'll blow it apart. And come on, baby, Mizpah, come on. So, and I'll show you what we've done a little bit on the outside, how it looks from the outside too. Go, sweetie, go on. So, you said this annex we did, completed probably a month ago. And then might get a better picture if I went up above, but this is kind of, I guess it doesn't look, it's hard to get a view of that. We'll go up and take a look just from the up above here. Here. Good girl. Oh, that was a good shot of it. So eventually what will happen is the whole area will look like that. It'll all be enclosed. And so it's, like I say, July 3rd today. So hopefully we can have this done probably like the middle to the end of July. And then I'll schedule shotcrete for August. Come on, baby. And this will be where my main entryway will be. I've left that framed open. There's going to be a semicircular window up at the top hole there, and there'll be a double door there. And I did talk to one of my plans are for this area is only maybe filling that in to about halfway up the concrete wall there. So I'll have to put a little rockery in the end, and then all the fill that we'll bring down. There'll be retaining walls on there kind of going out in that direction. So a lot of that stuff will come down into to fill in these holes. Hey, come here, baby. Here. Good girl. Oh, she's a good girl. It's four-wheel drive for you. And I'll have to see what I'm going to do if I want to wing a little retaining wall off of this area, concrete, or use some of this rock that I've got. I would like to be able to keep this road coming down here so I have access to the area down here. Here's some problems so this foam material, when it's, and none of this is done. So when you foam cut it, or heat cut it, which is what the sheets are, these areas will be hardened. So So these are not. See how soft it is? So that's no good. And I don't know how many times I got the guy that I had doing this not really the sharpest knife in the drawer, but a lot of these pieces of foam, you see there where he just broke a piece off. And so this isn't, that was a factory edge. That's a factory, that was hot cut. But here on the end, you can see it's just broken off. So it's soft. So what happens when we shoot the shotcrete in, that'll compress. So then you'll end up, then you'll end up with, so that's bad. Yeah, that's bad. So what I do with these, I just find these and I'm just breaking them in half. So as I go through this, let me see if I can find one that's done right. Yeah, that one, see how it's cut? It's heated. It's heated on that side. It's heated on that side. So that's acceptable. But some of these others, we can see where that was cut. So that's good. But going through here, well, like there's a broken edge, right? You can just look at that and know. So what happens? Oh, it compresses. It's soft. And yeah, I mean, it's just, this is no good. So, and I had caught him when he was originally doing this, and he was, you know, trying to free cut it or not use the jigs that I built. Let's see, where are those? They're around here somewhere. Set up just for one that you can cut a 1.5 inch wide by 2 inches tall. So you can cut the long strips in the jig. You stack like 4 of the strips that you have that you cut, and then cut a whole bunch just like that. But that gives you, you know, cut hot cut factory edges. So let's see what this one was. So I'm going to have to let that guy go. It's just like, you know, it fucks up. I mean, it messes everybody up. Because if you don't have these, and it's just, he's really hard to, he's not, like I say, he's not really swift on doing this stuff. And I like this. So yeah, that's another one. There it is. See, look how that just compresses. That's not acceptable. So usually what I'll do is I'll just break these and I'm tossing them aside so they don't get used. But I mean, here's a whole, yeah, see, there's one too. I mean, it's just like, you just broke it off, you know, it just just doesn't work. So that might be something. I'm gonna look down here and you can see the ones that are bad. Yeah, I mean, look at that. That's just, I mean, it's not gonna, because when you slide it down between the rebar and the foam forms, and you have to put a zip tie on it. Well, even the zip tie will compress that. So let me go out here and show you. You stay. Oh, you gotta come, huh? So what happens is, like here, so here we have, you know, this is 2 layers. There's an inner layer, and an outer layer. And we're hitting this first layer of rebar is what we want. But when we tighten that down, see, these should maintain their stiffness and not crush. So, and that's what's happening, is that they're crushing with the way they're improperly cut. So that's, like I say, I just can't have that. That's gonna, I mean, it's hard to find help, but if you find help that's not competent, it's, you know, you're really just wasting your time. Well, that's where I'm at on that, and we'll see what's going to, like I say, so it's really slow. So it actually took these guys like 2 days, and they only completed like from where the level is, about the box beam area up, because there's no box beam there. And but I had to have them redo up on that several times, and I haven't looked at it yet. Mizpah, come on, sweetie. So I haven't looked at it again. I'll have to go over and while I'm here, I'll throw my coveralls on and go up there and take a look and see how. Oh, here's the forms I got. So this is. So with this, we can cut a long strip. So what'll happen? Usually it'll be a factory edge that's been hot cut already, and a sheet will go across here. And I know I did a video on this, but then we'll cut along this area, so it'll hot cut that area. And then we'll take and put it in this jig, and this will sit over the. No, let me do that. So it'll sit over. You'll take those strips that you cut and rest up against this. So this is, I think it was an inch or 2.5 or inch and a half, and then you'll cut those and they'll just drop right in the bucket. So, but yeah, I don't know. Like I said, there's just so much waste on this that it's just